Well, this morning, Nintendo announced that there's going to be an Indie World tomorrow, November 14th. I wanted to do a quick video of some games that I think will end up being there. We can start off with a couple that I think um, will be there because they were not on the system yet. There's a couple that got announced. One that got leaked actually. There was a well, I don't know if it's leaked. He just kind of hinted at. Let me. Okay, so here it is, and it's a simple tweet, but PROX or PROW went ahead, tweeted out. Finally, we will be able to roast some marshmallows on the Nintendo Switch, and you might be wondering, what does that even mean? But in Outer Wilds, you can roast marshmallows. Outer Wilds was originally set to come out in 2020, summer 2021. Never made it, and then they said it was going to be a little bit longer. Never came out in 2021, 2022. Here we are at the end of 2023. Still not here, but it is looking like maybe, just maybe, we'll get it. And if you are wondering, PRO, what else they did, or leaked, I guess you could say. I believe it was the last Nintendo Direct. They pretty much leaked everything from F-Zero 99, like the whole Direct, basically. And then they tweeted that out earlier this morning, as you can see, around 5:20 in the morning. And then, sure enough, like clockwork, this morning they announced the Nintendo Direct for, or sorry, the Indie World for tomorrow. So I wanted to go over some games I think will be coming outside of um, Outer Wilds. These games, not necessarily games I think will be coming, but games I would like to see. Obviously, there are some games that will come. It'll be a nice surprise to get some new games that aren't out yet brought over to the Switch. I don't expect to see anything like Hades 2, with that being still not even out in early access. I don't know what it's going to be like in terms of how it would perform. It wouldn't come out until what, 2025 at the earliest on the 1.0. So yeah, I'm thinking that might be out on the next system. But there's a couple games, and I'll go over them real quick. Here we go. With the first one is obviously, of course, I say obviously, but it's not actually that obvious. Terra Nil, I think it would be a great game for the Nintendo Switch. As of right now, it's only out on Steam and Netflix. So if you have Netflix on your phone, whether it's iOS or Android, you can go ahead and download Terra Nil right now and play it. It is kind of like The World is Dead. What you do is you want to bring life back to the world, and then your goal is to bring life back to these different locations, but then when you're done, take all of your equipment with you so that it's like nothing ever you don't want to disturb any of the natural life. And Terra Nil looks like a fun game. It is. I played it on the phone. I really enjoyed it, and I would like to play it on the Nintendo Switch. Next up, we got The Wandering Village. Now, The Wandering Village is a game right there. As you can see, it is a village on the back of this creature, and you're taking care of the creature as well as the people on the back. But what happens is you might pick up new villagers, people wandering around, that the monster kind of walks by, the creature, I should say, not monster, the wandering creature. But yeah, you're going to go ahead. What you need to do is watch out for any sort of fires or anything like that. The problem is when you're cutting the trees or breaking up the materials, it is actually the creature will sometimes be upset about it. And so you need to be careful about that. But this recently came to Xbox Game Pass with the So I'm not quite sure how long we're going to have to wait before it comes to other systems. And I'm not sure if it would run on the Nintendo Switch. But it is a game that I would like to see coming on there. And as you can see, it looks really nice. You can like zoom in really close on the village or zoom really far out like they showed in the video as well and go through it that way. But yeah, this is another game I would like to see, even if it doesn't come out or shadow drop, so to speak. I would like if they were to actually tell us, give us, even if it's a 2024 date, let us know that it is coming. Okay, so the next game I'd like to see there is Planet of Lana. Now, I don't know that this one will actually make it, because it was on the Steam Deck. It was a little bit rough. I could see it coming at 30 frames a second. It's a nice puzzle adventure game where you're running through and trying to make it through this world. You got a little companion with you. It just, not only does it look gorgeous, but it is a lot of fun to play too. Planet of Lana is definitely a game that I would like to see on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if it'll be here tomorrow, but this is one I would like to see. Like, look at that. Oh, just look. Of course, I don't know that that is part of the problem, is that it looks so good. I don't know how likely it is to make it, but fingers. Okay, so now we've got Immortality, which is a game where you're trying to figure out what exactly happened in this game. There's an actress, Marissa Marcel, and you need to figure out what had happened to her. And by piecing her together with all these behind the scenes videos and things like that, so there's a lot of found footage going on in here, but you're basically the detective trying to figure out what happened. And I don't know that this is a game that you might see at an indie world, but if we were to see one, I think this would be the one to do it. Her Story, I think that's on the Switch. Boy, was I wrong. No, Her Story is not on the Switch, which would be another great game on the Switch. But yeah, Immortality, it was a Game Pass game launched over there. It's on Steam, but I think it's time Immortality comes to the Nintendo Switch. But this last game is kind of like oh, of course you would want this on the Switch, but I don't know how well it would run or if it'll happen. Here we go. Stray. Will Stray make the list? Will Stray make it to the Nintendo Switch? I'm hoping it does. We'll find out. It's on everything else right now. It runs on the Steam Deck. You can get it on low settings at 60, so we possibly could see it come to the Nintendo Switch at 30 frames a second. But who can say for sure? I think Stray would be a great game on there. These are the 5 games I think will be at the Indie World Showcase. Let me know down in the comments below what games you think will be at the Indie World and which ones won't. Of course, if I could get any game to be like, oh, it's an out now game, I think that would be Papers, Please. But these are the 5 I think will be there. Let me know how wrong I am or what games you want to see tomorrow during the Indie World.